to another update of Going Gold. In my previous video, I set myself a challenge to plant 5 poles in 5 days. I had 3 reasons for that. The first is to see if I could dig the holes in the required time. The second was to see how much material I needed to plant the poles, specifically talking about concrete. And the third reason was to gauge the difficulty of planting the poles, to see whether I needed mechanical assistance or a helper, just to see if I could do it. After planting the fence poles, I started digging the holes for the cabin. Now there's a significant difference between the size of the fence posts and the size of the foundation poles. The foundation poles is 200 millimeters in diameter compared with 100 millimeters for the fence posts. So if you take into consideration the fact that the hole is a bit bigger than the diameter of the pole, I estimate that the volume of dirt that you have to remove is about 3 to 4 times more in the foundation poles. So it's a significantly bigger undertaking. After the significant and uncharacteristic rains that we've had in May and June, the veld responded, and currently our farm is covered in the most beautiful colors of flowers imaginable. We've also had glorious weather over the past couple of weeks, so we were able to really show some progress in our building efforts. After we cleared the area where we are going to build the cabin, we measured out and staked the positions of the poles, and we started digging. As I mentioned in the previous video, it seems like the fastest way to dig the holes is purely to break the ground using a crowbar and to dig the hole by hand. I also made a big mistake in judging the slope of the ground. I underestimated the slope quite significant, and the consequence of that is that I ordered the foundation poles too short, at least some of them. In this footage you can see that the front poles, that's the longer poles, seem to be significantly higher than the rear poles, when in fact they are level. I checked this in 2 ways. Firstly with a building line and a little spirit level, which is not that accurate, and secondly with a pipe level. That's a transparent plastic tube filled with water, which can then be used to see if 2 points are level. So at the moment I'm sitting with 4 200 millimeter diameter poles of 1.5 meter length, which is surplus to my needs, and I need to order 4 more poles, 2 being 2.1 meters long and 2 being 2.4 meters long. As we were digging the foundation holes and planting the poles in concrete, in between we spent some time putting up the wire fence. This is just a stranded fence with 10 strands spaced at 10 centimeters apart. We also started clearing out a parking spot and access road into the yard, as well as starting the vegetable garden. As I said in the previous video, our ground is quite rocky, and the vegetable garden space is proving to be quite a challenge. here we can see the rocks that we've removed so far, and there's a lot more to come. I've had some feedback on these videos from some of my friends, and I'd like to ask you to comment below on what you would like to see in these videos. At the moment, I'm using this channel mostly for updates and not a lot of technical how-to on what we're doing. So please comment below on what you would like to see more of in these videos. Is it too long? Is it too short? Any comments are welcome. Thank you for watching, and I hope to be able to post another video soon.